Hi there, my name's Miranda, and I've been a recreation therapist for over 15 years. Today, I would like to go over activity boxes and reminiscing boxes for people with Alzheimer's and dementia. The goal of them is to improve focused activity for people that wander or elope, and to reminisce to evoke memories and to stimulate the mental activity. So oftentimes people with dementia and Alzheimer's want to feel useful and helpful. So I would create a section in my office to pull from if I saw a resident getting anxious or unsure or uneasy. It allowed me to stay organized, knowing that I could just take it and go. So not all of these could work for the person you're interacting with, and that's okay. It just means you have to find the right activity for that individual person that you're working with. So the first one I have is 2 decks of cards. You want to make sure they have 2 different patterns. So before you go to the resident, you want to so these ones are red and blue, and you want to make sure that they're all mixed up before you go to that resident. And you're going to say, can I get your help? These cards got all mixed up and I'd like to get them organized. So they might register and say, yeah, no problem, I can help you. Or they might look at you and be like, I don't know what you're saying. So you could actually help encourage that by putting the card in front of them, what red for the red pile, blue with the blue pile. And you could start showing them red over here, blue over here. And then they could continue, and you can sit with them as they're doing it to give them that encouragement. So they're feeling useful and helpful, and it's a great activity to help engage them. The next one I have is a box like this. You could even label it so that way you know the contents of what's inside. And you want to collect socks. So you could have kids socks, pattern socks, socks of different shapes and sizes. These ones are just colored socks. So we've got white, you've got gray, you've got black. You could say, can we organize the colors? And you could get them to do black with the black, gray with the gray, white with the white. You get them to start folding it up just like this. And it's an activity that is something from their past I'm sure that they've done laundry before. And you're also being useful because you're organizing them. This is a great activity as well, because after they're done, you could easily throw this in the wash to clean it. If you're able to, at the end, and if they're all organized, you take it back to your office or away from the resident, unfold them. Because the last thing you want to do is have them already folded and you bring it to the resident and say, can I get your help? And they're already folded. So just make sure you take them apart when you're done. Another activity is a fabric box. So this one's kind of a fun one. You don't want to just say, here's a box of fabric, here you go. A person with Alzheimer's and dementia is going to be like, why did you just do this? So this tool is used to help have those memories and that mental activity. So you want different types of textures. So, and you also want swatches. No fabric that is really large, because it just gets awkward holding and handling it. So this one, for example, you could say, what is this material? What is this fabric? And it's a fleece. So you could say, oh, it's so soft, what could you make out of it? Or did you ever make a sweater? You could do sweatshirt material, kind of like, oh, did you ever have to mend your children's clothing? Or did you ever, what could you make out of this? This one is a Batman. So you could use children and say, oh, did you ever make anything for your children? Or what did you make with it? Or what can be made? If they're not a sewer, you could just get them to brainstorm things that they could make with this fabric. Other examples could be a satin. You could do fashion and say, oh, what type of fashion could you incorporate with this? Could this be a scarf? Or you could do lace and incorporate wedding dresses, doilies, and things in the past that they might have encountered. So it's always nice to have kind of a fabric container, and then you're able to engage them with the resident. The next one is office supplies. So you just grab one of these organizers. You can throw a bunch of office supplies, mix them all up together and say, can I get your help? My desk is a mess and it needs to be organized. And so they might put paper clips with paper clips, clips with clips, pens with pens, highlighters with highlighters. It's okay if they don't get it all right. The idea is that you're getting them to help. You're wanting to make them feel useful and helpful. And this is a great activity to do that. Some other examples for boxes that you could have on hand would be like a beach box, and you're looking for tactile things. So you could have shells and sand and driftwood. But the thing is that you need to have the questions to help evoke those memories from that person. So you could say, do you remember going to a beach? Do you remember the name of the beach? Who would you go to the beach with? Was it your mother, father, your siblings? What smells do you remember of the beach? And then you could talk about the seaweed or the salt water. And you're trying to get those conversations. So you have the tool, and then you're able to then use questions to help pull those memories and get that mental activity going. And another box that you could easily put together is a sport box. You could get a whistle, a clipboard, even small little balls like a basketball, volleyball, soccer ball, baseball for that matter. And you can say, what sports did you enjoy growing up? Did you play sports? Did you watch sports? Hockey puck even. And you're able to then have a conversation about sports and bring those memories to light for that person. So I hope this helps. I hope this encourages you when you interact with a person with Alzheimer's and dementia. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'd love to hear if you've used activity boxes and if they've been helpful. Have a great day.